Alright, Eric, let's introduce this video in the cheesiest, worst way we can possibly do it. In the middle of the woods.
Oh, hey there, fellow traveler. My name's Eric. Let me educate you about Muir Woods and the climate that surrounds the San Francisco area. Come with me on this journey.
So for people that don't know, San Francisco is surrounded by the Pacific Ocean to the west, San Francisco Bay to the east, and the Golden Gate Bridge and all that crap to the north. So it's basically landlocked by water. And it's on what some people like to call a peninsula, but really it's just a glorified little outcropping of land, which I guess is a peninsula. So the important thing to understand about California weather is it has to all start off basically with the Pacific High, which is almost there all the time. This Pacific High shifts north and south depending on the seasons. Or in the winter time, it shifts to the south, and in the summertime, it shifts back north. This high pressure system has a clockwise rotation around it, preventing moisture from the Pacific to come in contact with California, resulting in very dry weather and dry climate for most of the western United States during summertime. Now the important thing too, come wintertime, is as that high pressure and clockwise rotation shifts to the south, this pushes a little thing called the Pineapple Express. Yeah, it's not just weed or a cool movie, it's an actual thing. It's what they call a atmospheric river, where moisture from the Pacific is kind of pushed and flowed into California and the West Coast, resulting in Seattle basically being a rainforest and these massive, big-ass redwoods, you can't even see the tops of them, being able to thrive in areas such as this. Now, thanks to this clockwise rotation of this Pacific High, which is almost permanently there, that's an entirely whole other video where we can talk about the entire global climate. But because of this persistent Pacific High, you have surface water pushed out to sea. Now this is very important because you have actually displacement of water, which is really the essence of all oceanic currents.
Moisture is the essence of wetness.
Zoolander's still relevant, right? Yeah. That is a great movie. Back to the video.
And a little thing, fancy ass word called upwelling occurs. Colder water pushed up from the deeper levels and that ends up coming up to the surface. So the important thing with that is you have very cool water surrounding a landmass such as San Francisco and basically the entire West Coast.
All right, time out for a second. Okay, so as moisture rotates clockwise around that high pressure system in the Pacific, what really hits though is a coastal range or part of the mountains in the western United States that ends up forcing that moisture not going inland very far.
You have very cool saturated air that very easily can be put at its dew point. All it's got to do is rise a little bit or cool, and it flows into the San Francisco Bay and it ends up being strong and thick fog.
And I forgot to mention that its climate is shared by parts of southwestern Africa, Chile, Western Australia. I'm probably forgetting something else. But anyway, it's an interesting place in the world.
It's quite a unique climate for that latitude where it stays relatively cool in the summers. 60 to 70 degrees is its high. In wintertime, it's 50s and 60s almost all the time. That's where most of its precipitation happens. But really, snowfall is very rare on the coast. And if you do, it's almost small amounts. So you have high pressure, persistent on the west coast. Not a whole lot of rainfall. But it's gorgeous almost all the time. Anything can pretty much grow. Doesn't really freeze ever. And you get these big ass mango trees everywhere.
As always, I have no idea how to end this. I'm still not sponsored by anybody, but thanks again for checking this video out. It was probably pretty horrible. It's hard coming up with crap on a trail and then come back to Minnesota. So there you have it. Another video on this. Next time we'll talk about something. Oh yeah, and give your weatherman a break. Dang it.